Woo!
Oh,
And we are live.
awesome.
I don't think anyone was waiting for us. Sometimes we're not sneaked in.
Someone over here was waiting. Oh, never mind.
Ooh.
He's not even watching. Oh, he's watching on the computer. Because I turn around and there's a video game, and I'm like, oh no, never mind. False alarm.
Okay, yep.
And there is a computer right there, so that is
Yes. Oh, Haley's World, hello.
Hi.
Oh, welcome. That's the thing. I'm not crying. I'm just was laughing too hard before I pressed live.
Yes. Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit, because we're funny people.
Oh yeah. And if not, we're really good at improvising that.
Yes. Yeah. We're good at pretending.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we're going to each introduce ourselves.
All
so
right.
That way people who are who watch the playback will know who both of us are. I mean, they should know who I am, but
yeah,
they probably don't know who you are.
Not me.
So yes, I am Jordan, writer, barista, and collector of mugs. And today I'm using my sister's mug. It's her Grinch mug. Bought it for her in Universal Studios back when we could travel.
Cool.
Yes, and Luna and I are actually friends in real life.
Yes, we are. Believe it or not.
I know it.
That exists.
So exciting. All right, and I'm so bad at gesturing. You're over here today, okay? So Luna,
and you're there.
I'm here. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we got this. Luna, can you introduce yourself?
So I'm Luna Alva. If you hear an accent, that's because I'm Mexican, and I do not collect mugs, but I have a Mexican mug, if that makes sense.
I did see that one when you were behind the scene. It is so pretty.
It is, handmade. So pretty.
Oh, I want it.
Oh, you can have one. I have more.
Yes, I want one.
All right. And okay, well, I don't know if my name is showing. My channel is called Once Upon a Midnight, and it's full of short stories in general, and maybe more content that I will come up with at some point.
Yeah, honestly, the possibilities are endless.
They are. They are.
It's great, and it's also not great.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, they're endless, and this is why we have meltdown breakdowns behind the scenes.
But we don't show that to anyone.
Oh no! There's always the smile.
Yes. Oh, that's what they teach you in customer service, right?
Oh, of course. Oh yeah. All the time. Like, you might be dead inside, but on the outside, you're just a big smile.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I have been binge watching Murdoch Mysteries. Do you know that one?
I have not watched it yet, but I mean,
I think you need to. It's so great. It's so, like, basically it's set in, like, I think season 1 is like 1895 or something like that. Toronto.
Okay. Oh.
So, like, all of these things, like, you hear, and obviously, like, they have a bunch of like famous people or whatever, like Nikola Tesla makes an appearance and like that sort of thing. So, like,
yeah,
it's very fantastic in, like, that sort of way.
Okay.
But yeah, and of course, like, the main guy, like Murdoch, he does all these little inventions that, like, are basically, like, someone else invents them, like, has already invented them or will invent them in the future. But yes, long story short, this gets me to there was an episode that had to do with the Eaton Center recently, and the level of customer service that they were talking about there, and I'm just like, wow, I definitely would have been fired so fast from that job. Like, I'm really good at my job, but I don't know, little, like, 20-year-old me would not have survived there.
Is it, like, too over the top?
Yes, it's like, Oh man, like you couldn't be married, you couldn't even have like a boyfriend or anything like that. Oh yeah, and just like yeah, being able to like dote on customers and basically, get them to buy things.
And
Uh,
you sell your soul because,
Basically, yes.
wow, you know what? I get it though, because one time, some years ago, I thought, why not apply for an online job of like teaching English to Chinese children? Like,
Yeah.
shouldn't be that hard. It's
Mhm,
online, it's in the morning, like it shouldn't be that hard.
mhm,
So I applied, and like it's not too hard for you to get an interview, but the interview is you recording a video of like a tryout class. So
mhm.
I'm like, okay, yeah,
Oh,
we can do this. So I went on and watched some YouTube videos on like tutorials on what they want and like what to show and whatever. Man, when I saw like the amount of just glitter that was everywhere, I'm like, see, I'm not that happy.
yes.
I'm too bitter inside. I can't be like, hi guys, welcome. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry. So I ended up not even applying.
yeah,
Because I
yeah,
can't. I was like, I can't. It's too much for me.
yeah. Because even like yeah, you'd have to have like a soundproof room essentially because you'd have to like be
Yeah,
so loud.
so loud and so
Oh,
high pitch.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it just, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, my dog is barking.
It's okay. She's doing a great job. She has one job and that's it.
Yep. And she's amazing at it, let me tell you.
Oh,
She's the best.
yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh, it's too funny. All right. So, um, I didn't actually watch because I know your very first live stream ever was on Sunday.
It was.
Yes, how was
I'm a
that?
baby in these experiences. I liked it so much. You like, I'm awkward. Just like,
Yeah,
there's the camera, and I'm like, smile. I'm like, does it look fake? So yeah. So
yeah,
I'm just starting to be like, okay, can I be in front of a camera? Maybe I can,
yeah,
and maybe someone will like me.
yeah.
But honestly, it was really fun. I
Mhm.
really enjoyed the people that I met, and it was. I think the one thing that I liked the most was just like knowing how many people are on the same boat in like the insecurities you have when you're writing on like getting published, or if you want to go in like self-publishing, like all that stuff, and just meeting people with those same struggles, or that are going through or have gone through the same struggles, was just like, I am not alone.
Yeah,
People actually understand what I'm going through.
yeah. Honestly, like that's what I really like about doing like these streams and like being
Yeah.
involved in like the writing communities on like Discord and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Like you get to be like, oh yeah, no, there's a bunch of us in the exact same boat. Like
Yes.
it's a really great feeling because like honestly, writing can be so isolating.
It is.
Yeah,
Because you're leaving your world with your characters, and those are your friends.
pretty much. Like honestly.
So yeah.
Uh, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw you got to meet Zara Hoffman.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
Oh my gosh. Our very first live stream together, I think we were on for 2 hours, and I think we did like half an hour's worth of sprints because we literally just could not shut up. Uh,
That's so funny.
yes, but I promise we will get to do some work on this
Yeah.
on this stream. Yes.
So, because I
Mhm.
have to write.
Yes, and that's also what I really like about doing live streams. I haven't been able to, like, honestly, it's been almost a month since the last time I was able to stream,
Yeah.
because I just got so busy with work and the hours didn't match up because I like doing streams in the afternoon a lot. Like, if I do
Mhm.
a weekday, I like to do it in the afternoon because I get a lot more like audience.
Yeah.
I get a lot more people working together. But yeah, it just honestly, my schedule not good for that this past month.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
mhm.
you
But
know, you know my life.
I know your life.
It gets so complicated.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So Haley wants to know what we are working on today. So for myself, I am working on Project Daisy, and I'm doing these things. Like I'm doing, because you know how like they do people do index cards of like their scenes and stuff like that. So I don't have index cards, but I have sticky notes. So
You're so organized.
no, I've never done this before.
Okay.
So I'm trying it out with Project Daisy because if it works with that, then I have another little thing in my arsenal. And I've told Luna about my past 24 hours writing, and I just really would like to not look at a screen for, I mean, like this is fine, but I'd rather not write on a screen at the moment. So I am continuing with chapter 2 of that because I have a massive rewrite to do for draft 2.
Amazing.
I know.
I
How about
like
you?
that.
Yeah.
Well, aside from adulting, which I suck at, I am in the process of translating my first book. Finally getting to it. Finally, I sat down and starting making the English version, which is making me very happy. But at the same time, I'm realizing all the mistakes that I made in the Spanish version. So I am actually translating / rewriting the whole book, which it's nice because that means the English version is going to be better. So that is there. And I'm trying to build up my channel. I promised whoever people that follow me that I will publish 2 new short stories next week. One hopefully on Monday. The next one will be a Halloween special, which I need to start writing, but I already have I have the idea since August. I came up with the idea. I'm like, I'm gonna write this story. And then I'm like, hold on, it's summer. This is not a summer story. This is a Halloween story. So I just kept it on the side. I'm like, this is going to be the story. And I just made quick notes of what I wanted in the story. And that's what I'm going to be working on for next week.
That is.
And I'm very excited.
Yes. Oh, Haley's working on a nightmare story.
Ooh, you know what? My favorite.
Yeah.
Anything creepy, scary, gory, bloody.
That is literally your aesthetic.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
And fantasy, obviously.
Yes, but if you squish all that into fantasy, it's even better.
Yes. Oh, yes. Because then blood can just fly everywhere.
Yes.
And be different colors if you want.
Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, that is actually my next project after Project Daisy, whatever that gets to. I actually had a nightmare a couple months ago, and basically I woke up and I remembered the majority of what it was because it was kind of like a nightmare, thriller sort of thing. So there wasn't really anything fantastic about it, which was weird because I dream almost exclusively in fantasy, and but yeah, it was a contemporary thriller.
Ooh.
Yeah. So but set in the late 90s, because that's my big thing about contemporary is I don't know much contemporary things what do slang kids use these days, I don't know. So yes, I managed to roll over and I typed out in my notes of the majority of what I remembered. So yes, that is my next idea.
That is exciting.
Yes. And
you know what?
This sounds really cool. Literally, this sounds like a book Luna needs to have.
There you go. It is more fantasy. Oh, I didn't get to read the whole comment. Oh, there you go. Adventure and horror book. Cool. Oh, yeah. My jam.
Yeah. And Renata is here.
Hello.
I told you she would show up. All right. How long do you want to go for the first sprint? Do you want to warm up with a little 15 minutes?
Sure.
We can jump straight into a 20 if you want.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. So that
Straight
we don't get lost, like me in the counts.
Yes.
No idea.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yeah, I tried to put this to full screen and then I took out my full screen. I'm like, oh, I have pressed the wrong button somewhere.
Oh, no.
And yes, Renata is always here watching, just like waiting to hop on to a live stream.
That's amazing. I like that.
I know. All right. And I hope everyone is ready.
Mm.
All right. And 3, 2, 1, and go. Honestly, that startled me.
Alrighty. I mean, not great, but
So how did everyone do? I got 3.5 sticky notes written.
oh, nice.
Yes, and like I have tiny writing too, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Good for you.
Yes, and then Kelly came in. Kelly came in literally exactly as I pressed the timer start. And of course, just reminded everyone to give us a like. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you're not subscribed to Luna, go subscribe to her.
Please.
Because Kelly was lurking on your
Yeah,
page.
I can see that. And I'm excited and nervous at the same time. Hopefully you like it and give it a try. Oh,
yes, she's subscribed.
You have my heart.
Oh, yes. Ooh, Netta Ricker. Hello. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And has
2020
2000 or you have 2020
for
as a
the day.
word count? Honestly, it took me a couple tries to like understand the sentence. I've had a very long day.
You know what? That's okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's a bad omen.
But yeah, no, I think it'll be fine. No, it'll be fine. You can be fine. No, we're not done. Not true. And Renata must have talked about himbos with her friend and did a little world building. Honestly, himbos are literally my favorite like literary device.
Yeah.
Like, who was it? It was not Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth,
Yes.
who played like the secretary in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It's a great himbo right there.
So Haley's World wrote 55 words.
Yeah, great job, Haley.
Yeah. And Kelly, oh, you're adorable. I already love you and I don't even know you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Kelly's daughter's name is Luna.
You know what? You know what? Great minds think alike.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, that's great. So how did you wind up doing?
I ended up going with 485 words, which is not that bad considering I had just the idea and no idea how to start. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Kelly also does monthly short stories. So it goes with like a prompt, and then
I love that.
Yes.
Well, does she have a channel as well?
Yes.
Then I will come along and subscribe for sure.
Yeah, I think I have a couple of collabs with her on my channel for live streams. So yes, links are there.
Awesome.
And yes, Kronk is the king of himbos. I totally forgot about him. I'm so sorry. It's been so long since I've watched The Emperor's New Groove, but that's honestly one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
And yes, Hercules is like the jock sort of himbo. I feel like Kronk has more of like a just like a really like sweet quality to him, you know?
Yeah, like he's sweet without intending to be sweet. He's just like naturally sweet.
Yes. Whereas like Hercules is always like trying to like, save everyone. And you're just like, I mean.
Yeah, he's trying too hard in the beginning, especially. He's just trying too hard. And Kronk doesn't have to try hard. He just speaks to squirrels. Like, come on.
Yes. Just the king of the himbos. Oh yes. Like speaking of himbos, that's actually one of my favorite parts about Project Daisy is I have like an amazing himbo character. He makes me so happy.
You know what? I have a character like that in my book as well, and he's
Mhm.
just like I write him, and then I read him, and I'm like I just love you. You're just so cool.
Yes. And then Kelly, this month's short stories is Struggle. Thank you. Yes, of course.
I
We
feel
spread
yeah.
the love. Yes, we spread the love here.
Yes.
And yes, I agree. Like he's sweet, but I don't know. Not.
I think he does become better. Like
Yes.
he's like trying too hard,
Mhm.
but then he's like, you know what? I am good the way I am. I do not need to try this hard.
Yeah.
And then he just like makes it up for the rest of the movie.
Like gets a lot more like confident. You know.
Yes.
Yes.
We can learn from him.
Yes. Oh, yeah. My ultimate goal is to create a. Have you ever seen those? It's a triangle that has like the word himbo in the center and like has like the three qualities or whatever, and you're just like you can only pick two. Well, I want one that's all three.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know. It'll either go really well or really not. So.
Yeah, it can go either way.
Yeah, you gotta be careful about that.
Oh yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Kelly, love me a good gingy boy. To be honest. Oh yes, red hair, blue eyes. But I mean, he's descended from the gods, so like, I understand why he looks so foreign. But you are absolutely right. Like, I don't understand why they couldn't have him as like an actual like Mediterranean sort of person.
Yeah.
But then again, Disney, right?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, like I love Hercules. That movie is like I really like it.
Yes.
I do.
Yes. And I agree, Kelly. Himbims, non-beefy himbos. Oh, like Luke Skywalker. He's a good character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who else? Who's in? Oh, I cannot think of which character it was for which movie, but it was in one of the Star Wars characters. It might have been the robot from Rogue One. I really enjoyed him.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The amount of sass in there.
It was amazing. It's just like the perfect cherry on top of the cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just so sad. Well, spoiler, I'm so sad when he died.
That's what I was gonna say. I think I even like cried a little bit. I mean,
yeah,
me, but I did. I did shed some tears. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if you haven't watched it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's your own fault for not watching it at this point. So
yes. A toxic life. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all do.
Yeah. I mean, I just got Disney Plus, so I'm gonna have to suck it up.
Yeah. See, I have two younger sisters. So I am the one with the premium Netflix account. My middle sister is the one with the Crave account. And my youngest sister is the one with the Disney Plus account. So therefore, we just all use each other's.
You know what? That works. Because like, for example, we have Crunchyroll. And then we share Crunchyroll with my brother, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Then my parents have Netflix, and I share with them. And then, like a lot of people have Netflix, so I just have different accounts because then I save some stuff in one account what I watch with my husband, and then in another account what I want to watch that he doesn't want to watch, so we don't have like a crazy long list of shows.
That sounds like such a good idea. Why haven't I been doing that?
Right. So I have one with my parents and one with his family, and then it just works out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my own Viki account just because I like Korean dramas.
Yes.
And that I share with whoever wants it.
Yeah. I'm not super into Korean dramas right now, but I am getting into actually learning Korean.
Oh.
Yeah, because like I learned like, I know the alphabet.
Yeah.
Which
is surprisingly not that hard.
The alphabet is super easy, except for the W's and the Y's.
Well, yeah.
And the pronunciation. The pronunciation is
I think that's the hardest part. Yeah.
I always tell people Japanese is easier to speak and Korean is easier to read.
Mm-hmm.
And oh
100%.
my gosh, yes. Because I am hoping to go there because the Gazette is having their 20th anniversary.
Okay.
In 2022, and the world better sort itself out by then.
I have to be there, Jordan. Well, like, we have to be there.
We have to be there.
Like, I will sell my soul, even if it's rotten, and they just give me a little bit, but that will help me out.
Yes. I need it.
Oh yeah.
But I am I'm hoping to spend 2 weeks in Japan and then 1 week in Korea. Because one of my coworkers is hoping to be living there by then. So they'll live in Seoul and then we'll just head down to like Busan, which is where like near where I used to live.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm excited.
That's exciting. You know what? But it's the type of trip that I want to do as well. Like, just go to Japan, stay there for like, as you say, 2 weeks, and then I really want to go to Korea, and I just really want to just like eat. That's
oh my gosh,
like one of the things that I want to do the most. Just go and eat.
That is literally the whole reason
I explode.
That is the whole reason why I learned how to read Korean was because
so you can order.
Yes, I had to be able to order because they have some of the tables. They have like the little menus.
Yeah,
and you just like put like ticks of like how many of what you want. So you have to be able to be like, okay, I can read this. I know this says bibimbap, and this is giving me the option for hot or not hot, and like for like naengmyeon, hot like the iced one. And I'm just like.
I know. Just eat.
I'm just gonna eat my way through Korea.
Honestly, yes. Yes, that's all I think of. Even sometimes, like when I'm home and we're cooking something, and then we have like the spicy pepper flakes or the paste, and I'm like, I'm just gonna add a lot because I need to build my tolerance to spicy. Yes, I'm Mexican and I do not eat that much spice.
Yeah.
Because I need to go and eat. And I can't be picky with my like spicy stuff. I have to be able to eat everything I want. Without dying in the process.
Yes. That's how because I was such a picky eater before I lived in Korea. So but once I got there, I couldn't ask for things like not to be in things. So therefore, I'm just like, well, we are eating all of this right now, or I'm going to starve. Because I did not want to be that foreigner who went to McDonald's for like every meal.
Oh yeah.
Although I did do that when I was in China, and it was glorious. Chinese McDonald's is amazing.
There was probably like a very interesting menu.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But I mean, speaking of like how you just like eat because you're there and you have to eat. That was my first encounter in Japan, for example, with natto.
Oh, you did? You ate natto?
I did because it was the first time that I went to Japan. So like, I'm there by myself and I'm like, you know what? I don't know what I want. So I'm just going to order the most traditional like breakfast they have.
Yep.
I'm just going to order it and I'm going to eat whatever is in there. So, I mean, rice, everything is fine. Miso soup, everything is fine. Like everything was fine until I reached this tiny little container with a lid. And I asked and they were like, oh, they're like beans. And I'm like, oh, I'm Mexican. I like beans. Who doesn't like beans? Oh, that was a mistake. But anyways, so I open it and I'm like, why is there spider webs in here? And I'm just like literally looking for like an expiry date or something because I'm like, why? What's going on in here? And I smell it and I'm like, oh, oh, what is going on?
It's
So
like,
it's
to try to
interesting.
poison me.
Yeah, like what's gonna happen to me? And I'm here alone. I don't even know anyone.
Mhm.
So I asked the waitress, like, is this supposed like is this how it's supposed to look like? And she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay. Well, if not, you'll have to deal with my dead body.
Yes.
Um, and I did. Oh my gosh. I mean, if anyone has ever tried natto, you know
Mhm.
what it feels like.
Yep. It is the weirdest texture.
The weirdest texture, and then it's so slimy,
Yes.
and it just, you don't know if you want to cry
Yes.
or just laugh at yourself
Yeah.
for being so naive. I
Yes.
don't know.
Or laugh so hard you start crying, and then it
Y-
turns into like sobbing, and you're like, am I still happy right now?
Or am I just misery?
Yes.
Yeah, it was complicated.
Yep.
It was complicated.
Hmm.
Though we realized that if you mix it with curry, you can actually eat it without
Oh,
dying in the process.
oh yes. Yeah.
And then
Curry
you
makes
get all the
everything
benefits.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get all the benefits. So, I mean,
Oh, that just makes me think of cocoa curry. I cannot wait to eat cocoa curry again. Oh, yeah,
freaking COVID.
I
Just,
know.
just don't.
Oh, just stop, please.
I know.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
That was amazing.
Yes. It's making me so hungry now.
I'm just craving food
Yes.
right now.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna catch up on comments here. We're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about the perfect himbo: sweet, stupid, and beefy. Yes.
Beef and soup, that's, yeah.
Yep. Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And BB-8 and RGD2. Yes.
Oh, yes.
RGD, the poor guy.
I love him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And then yes, Rogue One. Like literally the found family aspect of it just like sucked you in immediately.
Yeah.
And yes, and then when they all started, spoiler alert, dying, I'm just like, oh no.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yes, Luna, you do have an Instagram.
I do have an Instagram. Believe me or not, I get confused on what I choose for each, website because I have so many. So yeah, it's Luna_Alva 13. I'm gonna write it down in the comments.
Yes, and I am going to.
Oh, do I have to like sign in?
Oh, no, hold on. I am going to put it in the description box below. So like
Okay.
if you guys like refresh the page,
You'll find it there.
yes. It's Luna_Alva 13, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I see two.
Sorry.
It's all good. Mhm, mhm. Yes, and I saw Haley was asking if we could do like a 30-minute sprint after this, and not gonna lie, I'm really bad at 30-minute sprints. Like 25 is probably like my max. I get so distracted. Like I was distracted for like the first like 10 minutes because I re-downloaded TikTok today as like a reward for finishing this huge monstrous task that I was telling Luna about earlier.
Yeah.
And yes, rewarded myself with TikTok. And all my TikTok feed right now is BTS. That is all it is.
Oh, really?
Completely BTS, and I am here for it.
Oh, for sure.
And yes, K-dramas, they're so cheesy.
Oh, they are. But they are. She's right. The right amount. Just the amount that makes you like, I believe
Yes,
in love.
it's like,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Agree. I've been a fan for a long time.
Yes. And yes, the French alphabet is ridiculous. And how like G is pronounced as G.
Yes.
Yes. Same in Mexican. And by Mexican, I mean Spanish.
I mean, Yes, the Mexican Spanish, if you will.
Spanish, yes.
No, but I mean, I did learn a little bit of French back in university, so I don't know the song, but I do remember a little bit of like how confusing it was.
Yes. And yeah, I would honestly, Japanese it's a very easy pronunciation.
It is
And
a very easy pronunciation.
and very easy rules. It's just like the 3 different alphabets that most people are just like, no.
Yeah. And I guess just like the fact that if you're going to be formal, informal, you're talking to a friend, you're talking to your boss, you're talking to someone older than you, you're talking to someone younger than you, like just that part of like formality might be a little bit confusing sometimes.
Although I've heard Korean is worse for that.
Really?
Yeah, like the different like formal and informal. Yeah, ridiculous. I'm not looking forward to that part. And yes, that sounds like a great goal.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Orlando says curry and natto or ice cream and natto.
Okay, that was a really good experiment. I must accept.
Yes.
The ice cream and natto, and then you have like a mochi type texture of ice cream.
Yes, because the ice cream would also contribute to like the sliminess, but like
it's very weird.
Yes,
it's very weird.
Yes, and we are almost caught up.
Yeah,
30 minutes. I'm gonna go with
25.
You know what? I'll do what about like a 25-52, like the backwards and forwards thing. I do quite enjoy those.
Yeah.
And private Japanese lessons. I am not good enough to teach Japanese. But yeah,
me neither.
A stream collab where I teach author tubers Japanese, that sounds really fun, actually.
It does.
Yeah. I've been told by like native Japanese speakers that my pronunciation is amazing. Like I had
really?
Yeah. So in Japan, when you're leaving, when you come to work and when you're also like leaving work, you greet and say goodbye to your coworkers by saying "Otsukare-sama." So basically, it just means like you did a good job or like you're doing a great job, like that sort of thing. And one of the teachers like came into the back room and of course like says like "Otsukare-sama," and like I say it back to them. It's just a reflex, and they just stop and they just look at me and they're just like, if I didn't see you, I would have thought that was like one of like the Japanese teachers saying that.
Aww.
I was like, oh, thank you.
Well, if I must show off a little bit as well, my Japanese teacher once told me that I have really pretty hiraganas and kanji.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And see, I don't. My handwriting, I have the handwriting of like a 12-year-old boy. Although I've gotten neater since I went to Japan. So I'm gonna level myself up to like a 15-year-old boy. Oh. Yeah. And a polyglot, that is someone who just speaks.
I think it's more than 3. Yes. I think more than 3 is already considered a polyglot.
Yeah, because you have
bilingual,
monolingual, bilingual, and then polyglot.
Oh, maybe polyglot starting from 3. Yeah,
I think it's starting from 3.
I think so as well.
Do not quote me on this. But yes, someone who dominates a lot of languages.
Oh, more than 4. Yep. There we go.
Yep. Yes, and yes, I agree. Great goal. And Haley's also Mexican.
Hi.
Yeah, but doesn't know how to speak Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I moved to Canada like 5 years ago. So.
Yes. Honestly, like I'm Canadian. I do not speak French at all. My Japanese is better than my French. And honestly, some days when I'm in drive-thru at my my Starbucks and I'm just like, I cannot English right now. Cannot words at all.
Yeah. It happens to me as well. In like both English and Spanish.
Yes. And then you're just like, wow, I am dumb in multiple languages right now.
Oh, yes. And you know what? When I'm tired, I start, like, I never really mix Spanish. When I'm talking Spanish, I put in some English words, but it is very weird for me to like speak English and put in Spanish. Oh. However, when I'm tired, well, that's a different story. I'm like English, Spanish, like this. constantly, and everyone around me is like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, I am so sorry."
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, English. You got English and Portuguese. You're almost there.
Yep. Because
Yeah.
Portuguese will give you everything for Italian and Spanish, for example.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just go for your Japanese for your East Asian language, because
Yeah.
I mean we're both pretty biased, but
Just a little bit.
a tiny bit.
Just a tiny little bit.
And yes, Spanish classes in 6th grade. I see, because I was in Canada, so we learned French from grade 3 to grade 9 at the very least. And yeah, I don't remember basically everything. I know bathroom is salle de bain, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, to be fair, I don't remember a lot of French either.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Je m'appelle Luna.
Yes.
Je ne parle pas le français.
Yeah, you got the pronunciation down. Just like go in with confidence. That's the thing.
Well, I'm selling it right now.
You are, honestly. And yes. Oh yes. Kelly is referred to as a because you know, like the whole like cinnamon roll thing.
Yes.
Well, Kelly is the mama roll,
Oh,
because she's a mom and she's also a cinnamon roll, so therefore a mama roll.
I love that. I like that.
Yes. Yeah, half white too. I am mostly. I always say I'm mostly white.
Yeah. I don't even know. I have French and Lebanese and Mexican and Spanish all mixed together. So
Yeah, yeah. For Luna, they just kind of were just like, I'm just gonna just a bunch of little sprinkles everywhere. We're just gonna like mix it up.
Mm-hmm. And then there is me.
Yes. Oh, you retained a lot. You're
Ooh.
Kelly. You're so lucky.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Honestly, when I'm listening to like Japanese, I do pick out parts still. I just like I think with Korean, I'm just like, I don't know anything, but I like the sound.
Yeah, it sounds really nice. Like honestly, I mean, then again, I'm a big fan of Korean drama, so it does sound really cool.
Yeah, it has almost like a bounce to it, whereas like Japanese has like really nice, like just like very like smooth,
yes,
like, flows. Just yes, and odd language did like yes. Yeah, Kelly talks about moving to Canada a lot, but her husband is not a fan of
really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, first year, misery. I was scared. I was like, what is this white shit coming from the sky? Because I moved here because my husband moved here first, and I kept telling him, this is your fault. From all the countries in the world, from all the places you could pick, why here? Why this cold? Why this weather? Why no, thank you. And now, I honestly, after like probably mid-August, I start feeling like, you know what? I miss the snow. I miss the snuggles. I miss the hot chocolate and just like looking outside. Like I do miss it sometimes.
Yeah, like it has like this really cute like coziness to it, you know?
It does, and I like it. I enjoy it so much, and I love it. We just became permanent residents. So, and we just got our card as well. So now we're like super legal. I mean, we were always legal.
Yes.
Just you know what I mean.
Just like even more legal now. Like,
yes.
like there's legal, and then there's like super legal, and then there's like ultimate legal.
Exactly. So yeah, we love it. We love it. We're really happy to live here.
Yeah, you should come join us, Kelly.
Yes, you should.
Terrible at speaking Spanish. Yeah, but you know what? I find like the people who get better at a language are the ones who are just like insert into conversation. Here, I'm going to tell you these 3 words that I know because I understand more than I can speak, but I'm going to tell you these 3 words that I know. Yes, because it's honestly that's the one of the best ways to improve, which is also
Yeah.
one of my downfalls because I'm not good at that sort of thing.
I mean, it's a process. It is
Yeah.
a process. And usually you start understanding, you can read and understand, and the very, very last step is speaking.
Yep. Very last one.
The very, very last one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I've got this guy up because otherwise we are just going to keep talking.
Yes.
See, this is exactly what I was telling you. I'm so bad at keeping us on task.
I mean, that's okay. It's my first live, and we haven't seen each other in a long time.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I miss you.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to come over. I'm just gonna invite myself over. You're just gonna wake up one morning. I'll be in your pool.
You know what? I don't pay for like the pool and anything. Well, I do, but I don't. So
Yes.
just come. Let's
Okay.
have some like margaritas and the hot tub
And curry.
and curry.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be a plan.
Just come over, Jordan. Just come.
Yes, I will come over.
Yes.
And yes, you're gonna have to go on vacation there. And like do it nice, like little like a nice like fall. Fall is probably like the nicest time to come. Although if you're allergic to ragweed, don't come in the fall.
I know.
It was so bad this year. It was so bad.
I have allergies all year round. So
Whoa.
since March, I'm like, is it COVID? No, it's allergy. And then a week after, is it COVID though? No. I think it's allergy. So yeah. So far, allergies. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So we're caught up with comments. And let's go be productive, everyone.
All right. I'm going to take my bracelets.
All right. And ready.
Ready.
3, 2, 1, and go. All right. That
Oh.
startled me. That startled me less than last time. I think I looked up just as I could see like the 2-second thing
Yeah.
on the timer, and I was like, oh, good. Oh, how did everyone do?
Let's see. I mean, 725 words this time
That is awesome.
with a total of 1,204,
Oh my gosh.
which is not bad. I mean, will probably be half of that when I edit,
But it's fine.
it's fine. I mean, a lot more than I expected to do today. So
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I find with these streams too. Like they're weirdly productive because it's kind of like you have a spotlight on you.
yes, I'm like, I have to write.
Yes, I must.
Yeah, because like usually I use a lot of like the dictionary and synonyms, antonyms, whatever. Like, and especially when I'm stuck with like a word and I'm like, oh, I don't know how to say this word in English, or it's just not coming to me.
Mm.
And every time we'll go to the dictionary and then be like, oh, Facebook is open and I have a message. I wonder what's going on. And then I just find myself just scrolling through Facebook for like 15 minutes and I'm like,
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I forgot that I was writing. Okay, let's
Yep.
try again.
Yeah, I have the dictionary app on my phone. And it's in a folder of like my like dictionaries, like my Japanese one and stuff like that. So therefore I only have to go there. I don't actually have to go on to like
Yeah.
But of course
That's a good idea.
Looking at your phone is also bad news, but I find that keeps me more focused.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if I don't open any tabs from like social media, then I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I finished off all of my sticky notes for chapter 2.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. So I have 5 for chapter 2, and I finished the first sticky note for chapter 1.
That's amazing.
And chapter 1, I don't actually have. I have it up here. I don't have it in the outline. So because I did chapter 2 and chapter 3 in the outline, but there needs to be a chapter in between them. So this is the new chapter 3.
Nice.
So yes, I'm excited. And Devin joined us saying bonjour, which is howdy in French. It's true. Ooh, Kelly, 4:45 for the session, for 12:55 in the mini. Excellent.
That's
yay. And yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure we will see you and Luna doing some sort of collab in the future.
Yes, I enjoy this. I like it so much.
Yeah. Haley got 132 and distracted. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you noticed this, but I was very distracted by TikTok for probably about the first 7 or 8 minutes of the sprint. Yes, because I deserve it.
You know what? You do.
Yes. Maybe next month I will explain what happened. Researched famine in Ireland because the historic period of novel. That's literally all I remember from my Canadian history class was that a bunch of Irish came to Canada because of the potato famine. Yeah. And English are the big bad shocks no one. No, honestly, England is literally the worst.
I mean,
yeah, I would say Europe. So it'd be like Spain, France, and England. Those would be.
It was the Spanish for Mexico.
Yeah. Now it's not great.
Yeah.
Oh, and Haley's wondering if that was the last sprint. We could probably do a really quick one, and if you want to finish at 9. I need to go to bed.
Well, you know what? Me too, because I wake up at 5.
Oh my gosh. That is gross.
So, like, it's rude. It's just plain
Yeah.
rude.
How
People should not wake up
dare?
at 5.
No, because you work
Yeah.
at 6, right? Or is it
Uh,
5:30?
well, the thing is, like, so we have the one car. So Orlando
Oh.
starts at 7. So I
Mm.
have to drop him off first, and then I start at 7:30.
Ah, so therefore you both have to wake up at 5.
I wake up at 5 because I have hair
True.
and clothes to find, and he wears the same almost every day because he doesn't
Mhm.
have to, like, you know, look presentable because he works in a factory. I do,
True.
though. So I wake up before him.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you down for like a little what would that be? Like a little 10-minute sprint
Sure.
at the very end?
Yeah,
All
because
right.
I left like my idea halfway. So
Excellent. Honestly, same.
there we go.
All right. Let's see if I get distracted with TikTok. Let's do a quick 10-minute one now. So in that
All
way,
right.
you know what? We'll do like a cute little like 10:01.
I like that.
I know,
That
right?
extra second. I like it.
Yes. All right, guys. This is the last time to be productive on
All
this
right.
stream. And 3, 2, 1, and go. All right.
Alrighty.
Not gonna lie, only did work for like the last 4 minutes.
I did right. I just don't remember where I stopped before.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
You did work, and that's what
yeah,
counts.
I think I wrote like 100 and something words.
Yeah. I finished off my second sticky note, and I am halfway through my third for chapter 3. So that is almost done, and I'm really happy because like I've had the scene up here for a while, so I don't have to like panic write it out right now because I know what's going on for once.
I usually don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I just
know. I just like
I just write, and then a character does something, and I'm like, but why?
But at the same time, you're just like, okay, okay, what next now? Like,
yeah, well, you tell me, you did this.
Yes.
Now you tell me, how do we fix it?
Yes, this is your fault. How do we fix it?
I know, like sometimes my husband will be like, who are you talking to? I'm like, this guy or that girl. You're just doing stuff and not telling me what's next.
Yes. You know what you should say to him next time? You'd be like, didn't you read my book? Like, you should know these characters.
Well, he does, but he's like very anti-spoilers, so I try not to talk too much. Yeah, I try to be like very quiet about it and not spoil too much.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. So researching, going to speak to my friend who knows more about things I need from a novel. Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no words.
No words.
I respect that entirely. You're very welcome for the sprints. Come back anytime. Oh, yes. I think I'm going to finish because I only got halfway through a Murdoch mystery episode earlier today.
Yeah.
And so I will be watching the rest of that after this.
You know what? I am watching Yashahime
Ooh.
as the episodes come out, and I haven't watched it this week, so I have an episode to watch.
Oh my gosh, perfect.
Yes.
And then Renata, nice stream. Thanks for hosting, and nice to meet you. Yes,
nice
thank you for coming,
Renata. And yeah, thank you for coming.
Yes. All right, so we can have our goodbye outros.
Yes.
So would you like to start? Because we'll go in the opposite direction of how we started.
All right. Well, as everybody knows, I'm Luna Alva. My channel is Once Upon a Midnight. All the links are down in the description if you guys want to follow me, give it a try. Short stories. Maybe I'll just post some like true paranormal experiences here and there.
Yes.
Just because, like, spoiler alert, I was raised in a very haunted house, so I have a lot of things to say about it. And I am really looking forward to doing another live stream with you, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And come visit me, Jordan.
Yes.
And thank you for
hot tub.
Yes. And thank you for everyone for coming and spending a little bit of time with us.
Yeah. And yes, as you all know, I am Jordan, writer, barista, and collector of mugs. And if you want to continue help with my mug addiction, you can subscribe down below if you haven't already. And yes, I believe Kelly, I'm hosting our last Spooky Sprints on Sunday with Kelly and I believe a special guest.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So yes, keep an eye out for that coming up. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know. I know it's going to happen at 7 p.m. same as this one, but I don't know when the link is going to go up because that's my job. All right. Thank you everyone for joining. Bye.
Bye.